With Kandi officially out at Real Housewives of Atlanta, the question is, why did she really leave? I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. If you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that the real reason Kandi Burruss left Real Housewives of Atlanta may surprise you. What is it? I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that Bravo and Real Housewives of Atlanta producers really dropped the ball in allowing Kandi, Real Housewives of Atlanta's star, to bow out at the franchise. The source said Kandi was simply over the radio silence from the network and producers. Kandi is extremely busy juggling multiple brands and brand deals that ironically are worth more than her Real Housewives of Atlanta salary and time filming. Filming 5 to 6 months out of the year actually causes Kandi to lose money. The source continued. Kandi allegedly has to turn down multiple offers in order to free up the time to film Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Kandi's team understands the marketing power of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but feels that Kandi has simply outgrown the platform, ended the source. Another source said that the decision for Kandi to leave wasn't a difficult one. She's a businesswoman, and she's going to follow the money, and who can blame her? So the question is, what's the next move for Kandi? Well, a behind-the-scenes source said Kandi is likely to get heavily involved in film and television production. She is determined to become the next Tyler Perry, and she's well on her way. Also, sources say that she is allegedly already involved in producing another Broadway play, which means with Real Housewives of Atlanta out of the way, she can focus on becoming an EGOT winner. Insiders say that producers are scrambling to find a replacement. It's been extremely hard just trying to replace non-OG and veteran housewives. So now having to replace a heavyweight like Kandi will be next to impossible. And fans seem to agree. One fan commented, Real Housewives of Atlanta without Kandi will be extremely odd. And not seeing Kandi in the intro after 14 years will have me all in my feelings. Another fan commented on the news of Kandi's departure by saying, wrong road, Bravo. And all sources agree that Kandi's departure was unexpected, but also necessary in order for Kandi to turn into a huge Hollywood power player. Now, said the source, no one believes this is the last of Kandi Burruss, and they know that her star power will only grow and shine even brighter after leaving the franchise. Now, kinfolk, this is some information that came across my desk today regarding the somewhat unexpected announcement by Kandi Burruss yesterday that she is officially leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. Now, kinfolk, there's a lot of speculation going on, but we're going to concentrate first on this rumor because I think this rumor has the most validity to it. So the first thing about this rumor that I am surprised but not too surprised about is this. I'm surprised, but I'm not too surprised that Kandi is leaving the show because Kandi is a huge Hollywood power player. And you can't have someone like Kandi waiting around, twiddling her thumb, turning down multi-million-dollar business deals, waiting for you to decide whether you're going to bring her back or not for the following season. And for Kandi, I could almost see it as being a slap in the face because when you look at the current cast, just her and Kenya are really the only two OG and veteran housewives who are producing great content for the show. So one would think that it would be a no-brainer to bring Kandi back. In actuality, Kandi and Kenya should have been the first to offer their contract months ago. And that the fact that production should have really just built the new season around Kandi and Kenya, maybe with 4 newbies or 3 newbies. So with that being said, I kind of feel like, yeah, I'm surprised that Kandi is leaving, but I'm not that surprised. Especially if you are to believe the rumors that Kandi actually is losing money when she is filming Real Housewives of Atlanta, because it kind of takes her off the market a little bit, and so she can't really pursue that many business deals. And knowing how business savvy Kandi is, leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta, it may be emotional for her, but on the business side, I think it is the right move, and I think her knowing that is why it was so easy for her to make this decision. Now, kinfolk, with that being said, I mean, a lot of this does, in my opinion, fall on production. And if they were trying to wait Kandi out to see if they're going to find something better, then they simply miscalculated this entire move by Kandi and by them in their own plans. Huge miscalculation. Now, kinfolk, the next part of this rumor has to do with production and why a lot of people are looking at production sideways. And it's this. You know, a huge ball was dropped by production because Kandi is a star player at Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is simply irreplaceable when it comes to the franchise. Simply because my sources are telling me, Kandi star power, you can find someone else with the equal amount of star power as Kandi, who is as famous as Kandi, who is as successful as Kandi. But the thing about it is, one, they're either not going to want to do the franchise, or 2, they can do the franchise, but they're going to ask for an astronomical amount of money. It's going to probably double, even triple what Kandi was allegedly being paid. So with that being said, everyone feels like the production really dropped the ball on losing Kandi. I mean, when you look at it, you cannot necessarily you can replace Kandi with other people, but if you got rid of Kandi solely because what some people are saying because she was costing too much money, you're going to double that price getting someone in who can replace her and kind of fill in that superstar void. So with that being said, yes, I do believe production really dropped the ball on this one. And if they are having a hard time casting Real Housewives of Atlanta already, it seems as if they would not want to have to like put extra pressure and wait on an already strenuous process on trying to bring fresh blood into the franchise. Now, kinfolk, with that being said, the next part of this rumor that my sources are saying that I absolutely find or could find to be very factual actually piggies back on what we were just talking about. And the next part is a rumor I think no one is surprised about, and it's this. You know, Kandi is just simply a type of person that you are going to have to really put on your thinking cap to replace. And with that being said, my sources are saying that there is just simply no replacement in sight for Kandi right now at Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is crazy to think that production does not even have a replacement for Kandi and you allow her to leave. Even if you think that she was let go or fired, you still allowed that process to happen without having an adequate replacement for Kandi. And so now what we're probably going to end up seeing is Real Housewives of Atlanta being put on an indefinite freeze. I don't see them starting back filming anytime soon because my sources are saying that there's just simply no replacement for Kandi in sight, which is very, very unfortunate because Kandi and the fans really deserve someone who can replace her who is like an equal heavyweight. Now, it is interesting in finding out that production allegedly does not have anyone in sight to replace Kandi. And I think that may actually impact Kenya's placement on the show. And the reason why I think this might impact Kenya's placement on the show is because Kenya's been very vocal that, you know, production has not given her an adversary who was worthy of her, like, you know, really bringing her best A game to filming. And with Kandi being gone, you're really kind of taking away Kenya's wingman, that who she and Kandi together really did make scenes that seemed impossible to bring drama out really work. So with that being said, I'm very interested in seeing if Kenya actually just stays around and kind of sticks it out without Kandi, because if she does, it is going to have to be a lot of strings being pulled behind the scenes, and there will have to be a lot of reassurances for Kenya that production is going to bring on a worthy adversary for her, so they can continue to bring drama and good organic entertaining reality TV to our screens each week. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. If you are to believe this rumor that Kandi bowed out of Real Housewives of Atlanta because she was just tired of being strung along and not being given a definite yes or no of whether she was going to return back to the franchise. If you are to believe this rumor, do you think it was a good move for her just to completely wash her hands of the situation and focus on other business deals? Or you think she should have just waited out a little bit longer and reclaim a spot that probably at the end of the day we're going to give back to her? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over the next one. Peace.